Welcome to another exciting episode of AP Computer Science. Make sure you have your notebook and writing utensils handy. So today you're going to learn about simple IOs. The IO is input-output data of a program. There are many different ways that a Java program can perform IOs. Today, or night, you'll learn some very simple ways to handle text input typed from the keyboard, as well as how to format the text on the screen. Previously, some of your programs were written without any flexibility. To change any of the data values in the program, it was necessary to change the variable initialization, recompile the program, run it again, and yada yada. But there is a more convenient and efficient way to change data. By prompting the user for a value, then processing the data is that way. However, accepting user input in Java can be complex. Throughout this video, you'll learn how to use the scanner class to make the processing input easier and less tedious. Just as the system class provides system.out for output, what you use to print the data on the screen, there is an object for input, system.in. Unfortunately, Java's system.in object does not directly support convenient methods for reading input. You'll need to have a class sitting between the system.in object and yourself to filter what comes through. This is what the magical scanner class does. Scanner is a part of Java util package, so you'll need to start off by adding the scanner class to your import section. Now you create the scanner object and pass the system.in object. This tells the scanner to look at the system.in object for all of its input. Later you'll learn how to change the object you pass to the scanner so that you can read data stored in text files. It's pretty nifty. And here's an example of what it looks like. When the statement num1 equals in.intNext is run, the program pauses until an appropriate value is entered on the keyboard. Any white space, like spaces, tabs, new lines, and etc., will separate input values. When reading values, white spaces are ignored. When requesting data from the user via the keyboard, it's good programming practice to provide a prompt. An unintroduced input statement leaves the user hanging without a clue what the program wants or when it wants it. A good example looks like this. When system.out print line is run, the message enter integer is printed on the screen, prompting the user for an integer. Sometimes you'll need more than one line to write an output statement so it doesn't look like this mess. You've already used multiple line output statements such as this. There are several ways to break up a multi-lined output statement. You can press the enter and keep typing, or end one line and start a new one. However, you cannot break up a string constant by just pressing the enter key. You'll have to break it up into two strings. So now that we have some outputted data to our user, we'll want to format that data. In order to do so, you'll need to learn something new, something great, something awesome, something called printf. Printf method takes two arguments. The first one is formatting string, a special sequence of characters that tells printf how to display the second argument. The syntax for formatting the string is: the % tells the printf method that the formatting is nearly upon it, and all of your formatted string constants will start with %. The last part of formatting string, conversion, is basically the most important part. This is what determines how the printf method reacts to the message sent to it. The most important conversion tags you need to know are S, D, F. D is used for integers, F is used for doubles, and S is used for string literals. The conversion tag always comes at the end of the formatting string. When using a formatting string with the conversion S tag, precision will tell printf the maximum number of characters to print out. When using the F conversion tag, you specify how many decimal places to print out, rounded to the closest number. If you don't specify how many decimal places to display, then F will default to 6 places. Width tells printf the minimum number of characters to print out. This allows for creating right-align lists or menus. Printf does not distinguish between normal characters and special characters, like escape sequences. So price is : and prices, new line are two different sizes. If you want to print your data out left align, you can simply add a dash character to the left of the width value. Flags are special characters that give special properties to values passed in them. Adding a plus sign in the formatting string will give numbers a positive or negative sign when printed. Adding a parentheses will cause negative numbers to be enclosed with parentheses. The most useful flag is the comma, because it will add commas into large numbers. To get the $sign directly before your printed value, place the $sign character directly before the %sign. You may put multiple arguments into one call for printf for organizational purposes. Simply put multiple formatting strings in the first passed argument to printf, then add your additional arguments, separated by commas. The scanner and formatter will be used in many programs to come, and cause new frustrations for you in the future, but nothing you can't handle.